Welcome to my channel. Please enjoy the video.
Mr. Kelly was once one of the biggest stars in pop music, but closing arguments at his criminal trial focused on a secretive circle of sex abuse that ensnared Aaliyah and several others. So here's what we need to know, guys. So, prosecutor's closing argument describes R.Kelly as a predator. As R.Kelly's trial nears its end, prosecutors described a secretive world. 27 years later, R.Kelly's illegal marriage to Aaliyah is at the center of the case against him. She wanted her big break, but R.Kelly made it a nightmare, prosecutors said. 5 key moments in the prosecution of R.Kelly. R.Kelly will not testify under his own defense. That says a lot, Pied Piper. However, prosecutors used that racketeering charge to dig into R.Kelly's past. When will there be a verdict in R.Kelly trial? Even if he's acquitted in New York, R.Kelly will still face more charges elsewhere. So R.Kelly was described by the prosecution as a predator who destroyed the lives of people around him and capitalized on his fame to prey on underage girls and boys, and even women. A federal prosecution said on Wednesday that Mr. Kelly's long-awaited criminal trial in Brooklyn is near its conclusion. Now they're saying that he used lies, manipulation, threats, and physical abuse to dominate his victims. Ms. Geddes said this, and she added that this was very immense to his wealth and fame and allowed him to hide it in plain sight. And sadly, guys, I agree. The racketeering case against Mr. Kelly is built around 14 underlying crimes that prosecutors say he committed as part of the criminal scheme. He led this for decades. But the charge itself only requires that 2 of those crimes be proven. Now, guys, I know I'm speaking on the prosecution side, so I'm going to also put some commentary on the defense's side. It's only fair to hear what one side had to say, and let's hear what Kelly's side had to say. But we'll get to that in a second. So I just wanted to, because there was a person that put something in my comment section. They wanted to know, where was this enterprise? Honey, there was, in fact, a Robert Sylvester Kelly enterprise, okay? But however, guys, in addition to the racketeering charge, Mr. Kelly is accused of 8 violations of the Mann Act, a law that is barring sex trafficking across state lines. Mr. Kelly, 54, has pleaded not guilty and has not he's denied everything. He didn't do shit. This is what Mr. Kelly stated. So if you didn't do anything, take the stand, clear your name, in which he didn't. But get this, guys, and I'm going to leave off and get into the defense's side. So, Geddes stated, when someone commits a crime as a part of a group, he's more powerful, more dangerous. Ms. Geddes said, without his inner circle, the defendant could not have carried out the crimes he carried out for as long as he did. And I honestly agree, guys. One more important part I want to get to, because this does prove the exploitation. Okay, when you're exploiting people. During the first portion of her closing arguments, Mrs. Geddes walked through the allegations related to 3 of the 6 women at the center of the case. Many of R.Kelly's accusers over the years have been aspiring singers, and he lured them by his fame and the promise of career boosts. But then he exploited them, in the process. And this is clearly true, guys, because he said he was going to make Joycelyn Savage the next Aaliyah. However, the defense waited to the very last minute to start making a list of witnesses on R. Kelly's behalf, and Auntie Anne, this is what they're calling the judge now, she denied that because they waited until the very last minute, and Joycelyn Savage was going to be one of R. Kelly's witnesses, okay, and other people. So, and one person couldn't make it there or something. I'm not sure if that was Joycelyn, but however, the judge did denied that he couldn't have any more witnesses to come in and testify. So on Wednesday, guys, R. Kelly's side, the defense rested their case in the singer's federal trial in Brooklyn. However, Kelly once again opted not to testify in his own defense, but yet pleads not guilty, and he didn't do anything, okay? So he avoided the prosecution's cross-examination. He would have fucked everything up, okay? And I'm glad they didn't let Joycelyn come in. So according to the Chicago Tribune, after defense called its fifth final witness, the U.S. District Judge Ann Donnelly asked Kelly, "You don't want to testify, correct?" R.Kelly responded, "Yes, ma'am." So she tried to give your ass the benefit of the doubt, Robert. So they can't try to say, "Oh, mistrial, she's violating his constitutional rights." Okay? Judge Ann Donnelly ain't no fool. She didn't say all the shit she needed to see. She wanted to see what Robert was going to say, and he opted out. So Kelly's lawyer previously stated that it was unlikely that the singer would take the stand. So that was announced on Wednesday, and that was a confirmed decision. And we're glad that you finally decided to do something correct for once in your life, Robert. Just shut the fuck up, okay? Remain silent and just take this. So the defense's final witness was Julius Darrington, a music executive who began working with Kelly in 2016. Darrington testified that he never witnessed Kelly's girlfriends being locked up in the singer's studio, got up there lying ass bitch, Kelly being physical with any of the women, or even seen any of the women crying. You know, this guy just got up there and lied, okay? He's a liar as well. And I'm very, very surprised that Diane Houghton did not get on the stand and testify in R. Kelly's defense, honey, because she should have been there as well. Because remember, guys, she said that R. Kelly never did anything to Aaliyah, and Javante Cunningham is a liar. And we have still not heard from Mrs. Diane Houghton, guys. We heard from Barry Hankerson, and he threw her ass under the bus one more time. One time for the one time. So back to this lion-ass Darrington, okay? The defense previous witness when they were actually showed up at trial, okay? Because they had a hard time getting this person in. Similarly testified that they never saw Kelly being physically abusive towards the women. By the contrast, the prosecution presented more than 40 witnesses in total, including the 11 victims of the alleged abuse, and 6 of them who claimed that they were underage at the time the abuse is said to have taken place. Now, guys, don't get it wrong. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. So we can't say because R. Kelly didn't have that many witnesses that he's going to lose the case. And we can't say he's going to win either, because they brought somebody in from 2016. Okay? Well, why didn't they bring anybody in from the time when he was fooling around with the Leah or the piss tape? Okay? Why didn't anybody in Hollywood, why didn't Jay-Z go up there? Somebody with notoriety that's in the industry. Nobody came forward to defend R. Kelly because they knew he was guilty all along. So guys, the closing argument began in the trial following that lunch break on Wednesday, with the jury expecting to be deliberating on the case on Thursday. This went a lot faster than I thought it would, guys. I was thinking this case was going to last until December. However, Mr. Kelly needs his rest because he has more time to be served and more cases to be followed. I guess the next stop is Minnesota, or are they going to bring him back to Chicago? So once he gets his sentence there, then he will move on to the next courthouse. Now here, guys, we have the RSK Enterprise operation. There was a subscriber or either a viewer in my comment section that asked the question, where is Mr. Kelly's enterprise? Well, here you have it, sir. Mr. Kelly is the CEO, and all of these people around him were the enablers. And so what the prosecution is going to prove, and has already proven, they're going to make Robert Kelly responsible because he was the mastermind and he controlled these people. They were on his payroll and they couldn't tell him no. Okay, so they're going to make Robert Sylvester Kelly responsible. This is his enterprise. Without these people, he would not have been able, he would not have been able to carry out the crimes that he committed, okay? Once again, these people were writing the letters for these ladies to sign, claiming that they took money and they did this and they did that. These people were booking flights for these girls to come out and see him or whatever they were doing. They were taking Jocelyn and all of the other people to abortion clinics to have abortions, okay? As we all know, Andrea Kelly even said it herself. R. Kelly couldn't do all of this on his own, but he controlled everything. He told people how to do this and how to do that. He had over 15 girls living in that studio at Chicago Tracks in Chicago, Illinois. They turned it into a studio/apartment, and that is against the law. He couldn't have that many people, and that was not for living. It was for business, and that's why they closed his ass down and evicted him. Shall we go on? Now, guys, Geddes' closing argument lasted 3.5 hours, and it continued on Thursday when Kelly's defense team offered their closing argument. So, guys, I guarantee you, R. Kelly will not be singing "I Believe I Can Fly" anymore. He's now singing "I Believe I'm a Fry. I'll be in prison, that's where I'ma die. I think about it every night and day. They locked me in the cell and ran away. I can't believe my butt is sore. Bubba knocked me on the floor." Yes, Mr. Kelly is getting exactly what he deserves, in my opinion. And so all you R. Kelly supporters, please remember the lyrics to that song, because I'm going to write a song, and it's going to be called featuring R. Kelly in the celly. I believe I'm a fry. After these next updated trials, guys, it's going down, okay? So, guys, let's continue. So, several of those witnesses have said that R. Kelly also punished his victims for breaking his rigid rules, governors such as blatancies as to when to eat or when to go to the bathroom, okay? He told them who they can look at or speak with. He also did this to Drea Kelly, and she stated this. So, I am believing this, guys. He did this to his own wife, okay? And she worked for him as a twerk dancer, okay? So 4 of those witnesses testified that, and they showed the jury this. I know the jury. And see, guys, this is what this is. There's nobody on the planet, and I mean in other countries, who don't know about R. Kelly, who don't know about the piss tape, who don't know about Dave Chappelle. Now, I'm not sure. They're saying that the jurors are sequestered. I am, however, not believing that, because this has been going on for decades, and everybody in the world knows this. So I don't know where or what planet they went and got this jury from. I'm not saying that the jury is going to just say he's guilty, because I'm sure whoever those jurors are fans of R. Kelly. They know about R. Kelly, his music, and all of the things that he has been doing over the decades. This case was not hard to judge, okay? Now, that's just my opinion about the witnesses, guys, and I want to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and just keep supporting the channel.
Hey guys, thanks for watching my video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell.